Today in Tabs, we're going to the workshop, and there we're gonna look at the new maps, and already, within just a few hours of release, we have amazing maps. We're gonna be checking out the best custom maps in Tabs, using the new map creator tool. Oh my god. This is a D-Day map, and it is gorgeous. So the US allies are gonna be attacking in 3 different squads. They're gonna be backed up by Browning automatic rifles. They got bazookas. I really like this windy path. But wait till we defend this thing with German machine gun positions. MG42s are expensive. We're gonna put one in every bunker. This was whipped up by Plastic Scott, and what he said was about 3 hours. Oh, the machine gunners don't have the range. This is unexpected. What's going on? I do love this though, because the allies are storming up here. Okay, I was kind of expecting the Germans to start shooting. What we need to do is test, I guess, the riflemen. Anti-tank rifles could be big. So it seems like the riflemen do have the range to hit the allies on the beaches, and the boys in green are starting to take some serious losses. But this is just like the beginning. I still would love to see Tabs continue to support this map creator and give like even more customizable options for different maybe modes. People have modded some incredible things. Notably, we've seen tower defenses, but just imagine something like that in totally accurate battle simulator. Machine gunner boy, do the thing where the machine gun goes brrrr. Do that. Oh, now he's firing. The MG42 in this is not like the one in World War II. What the Germans need is a doctor. There's always an evil doctor. How about, whoa, a howitzer artillery piece on the high ground. Snipers behind the sandbags. We need dudes with MP40s behind these sandbags. But this has got to be like an excellent starting point for so many people who want to like make a really, really detailed D-Day map. Like, this is right for putting even more bunkers into place. Oh man, the Germans tried to counterattack on the beach and they got absolutely wrecked. Buddy, the Americans are coming. Uh-oh, you gotta get ready. You guys are not doing your jobs very well. There we go. That guy shot him and got one of the GIs. But everybody else is just being the dumb. But like, look, once he starts opening fire, the enemy army is pretty much in that area is kaput. The reload rate is super weird. Get him! I felt like the defenders needed a little bit of pep in their step. A little bit of pop in their klops. Is klops a German word? I actually don't know. Well, this is D-Day, and while my unit selection needs work, there are still more maps to be found. When sorting by all time, that D-Day one was only 3rd. Plastic Scott is the architect here. He's got a World War I trench map? This is the most subscribed. Oh my god, this is fantastic. I feel like Scott is trying to say, yes, I'm the best map maker in Tabs, and yes, you should wishlist and follow Stickman Trenches on Steam. Oh, because I'm making it. But this is pretty cool. The trenches, like you've got these right here, which is more of like the World War I trenches. This is pretty good. So if we were to play it real quick, and we need a faction. Oh, I know just the one. The Renaissance Musketeer. If we're to put 50 units on each side, who comes out the victor? Is the map balanced? I mean, that's probably a tall order, especially when you look at the terrain. It's probably not. I don't think too many maps of Tabs are necessarily balanced, but it's also very difficult to put the same amount of troops in the same position. Now, it looks like a lot of them are falling in these giant artillery holes that were left. Bomb craters. Gosh, I would really love to see a good World War I faction have at it on a map where, like, the trenches span both sides, like, pretty intricately, like the Western Front in World War I. Wow. Red team dominated, but I think that's because blue team never took swimming lessons. That seems to be the biggest thing. Now, if we were to change it and give them some bayonets, which are definitely Sarissas, who would win this one? I'm kind of expecting the same thing, but I'm also like thinking that the AI needs to be a little bit better at surviving. Oh my god. This is just impressive. Were these guys getting collateral shots? Like, look at this. I mean, this is how the guys are stacking up. There's definitely possibilities for massive amounts of collateral, aka when you fire one bullet and it goes through multiple enemies. But this time, maybe, just maybe, blue has a chance. Maybe not a very good one. How many red guys? Yeah, red guys can't swim either. Wait a minute, blue's gonna win. All we did was add some spearmen acting as if like that was a bayonet charge, and all of a sudden blue came out victorious. Last time I'm pretty sure it was red, but there's other parts of the battlefield as well. What if you were to put a sniper up on this hill looking down, or even better yet, oh yes, Hwacha artillery. Now the enemy also has to get artillery, and their best spot would probably be this over here. Is just too far from where we put the action. I'm tempted to put it like right in there, in that artillery hole, because it might keep them, well, maybe not so much cover. But now these guys are wanting to charge up the hill. Somebody killed it really quickly. Maybe one lucky musket ball. So ironically, this guy nope, he's not still alive. He is dead. And what's interesting is the guys are like sinking into the mud of the trenches. Very World War I Western Front-esque this is, which it just means it's freaking brutal. Beautiful map. Like, look at the contour of it all. I like those angular curves you got there. It's like Lara Croft from PlayStation 1 right there. Now this time, red is victorious. I think what it was is they kind of moved around like this big watering hole, potentially to try to get this guy, and then he died and they redirected themselves. It's really interesting. Okay, so red one standing by. If we were to repeat it, would we have the same results? See, this time, no, maybe even more guys fall into the swimming hole. Yeah, all of these guys who go to try to attack that, I think they all fall. Now these cannons, I think you could probably hit them with sequencers in the map customizer, which would be freaking awesome. Blue looks like they've got the red team's number. Yeah, swimming holes are dangerous for military formations and chances of success. And think about this, who would want to live in a house right next to a trench war? I don't know. Do we have a stalemate? Oh look, he's hiding in the mud pit. Oh, that guy just got wrecked. Ooh, this is brutal. And he went swimming. He's like, you know what? I'd rather go swimming and not come back than get musket balls through my ribcage. But this is impressive. Like, how many maps do we have? There are 53 pages. There's already 636 maps at least, and more coming in every moment. Sorting through these is gonna be hard. This is another map by Plastic Scott. It is a pretty cool looking little castle. But you know what's cooler than medieval castles? This thing. This is the Zombie Fortress Survival. Now you gotta remember, most of these maps were probably whipped up anywhere between like 30 minutes to 3 hours. This is just the beginning. So if this is the zombie fortress, well, we need the zombie unit. Raptors will suffice for now. These are rage zombies we're fighting. 109 of them. Defending this fortress is gonna be one hero from each of the default factions. 10 versus 114. They're greatly outnumbered, but you gotta remember that they are all relatively powerful in their own right. But the map should have a big impact on what happens, and it is. Oh my gosh, the little zombie swarm is like, you know what, you have a very fortified front door, we're gonna flank around it. And they're doing just that. The AI, when given a proper pathfinding route, oh, that medieval knight sacrificed himself, but is getting a lot of the zombies to spill over into the water. Gosh, that is just a death ball. This is perfect. Raptors are probably more zombie-like than any other unit, default unit in tabs. But yeah, when given the proper route to go, it seems that the tabs AI units are definitely more than up to the task of, well, you know, following the map properly. So how many survived this zombie apocalypse? We've got the Monkey King, the King here. Is the sword guy still alive? Because I just see swords everywhere. No, I think he's dead. Who's left alive? There must be like one guy barely holding on. There he is. All right, the heroes win. But what if we doubled the attacking force? Instead of 114, we have 228. Oh, we got frame rate issues. Oh boy. But that's what I love. You drop it to slow-mo, no frame rate issues. So what we didn't see was on this side of the map, there's a third flanking point. Wait a minute. They're just forcing a gap. Oh, there is a little bit of a gap. It's not like they broke it. What if tabs ever got destruction physics? Destructible terrain. Dude, raptors are amazing zombie stand-ins. I think they might have a decent chance at winning, except for the fact that the Pirate Queen is usually a pretty competent combatant, but when you're getting bit on your neck and in your rib cage, you're probably gonna die. Look at this. We've got more little towns. Oh, this one's called World War I Trenches as well. Once again, you got a wish list. Stickman Trenches. What's this? An officer's bunker? Okay, this is cool. So what we have to do is go to our trusty Renaissance Musketeers and fill these trenches with 100 riflemen each. 100 versus 100, so look at them swarming over no man's land. Some people are getting stuck, but they're not drowning. The water's very shallow, which I think is really good. You don't want to like a ton of units just like dying by the terrain, right? Unless, of course, the terrain had some crazy modded landmines in it. Look at this. This is a proper World War I battle. Oh, yes. This is absolutely glorious. What an impressive battle. And this is just like, there's probably really good modded World War I factions that we need to find. Or rather, not modded per se, but like user created. Look at this guy. Not intentionally doing it, but he's using the terrain as a little bit of cover. Let's see if he gets shot easily or not. Look at his compatriots in the far side getting gunned down. This is going to be such a great update for tabs. Custom maps I've been saying and wanting for years. Now that we have it, I'm so excited. This guy's going to survive, man. I've got a good feeling. Just reload quickly. Oh, no, he's stepping up. His chest is exposed and he's dead. I can tell he's going to have a good time and he's gone. This guy, however, is also dead. What a beautiful map this is. Look at that thing. It is awesome. And I know that people are gonna make even better ones than this. Oh yeah, a lot of people are working on World War I maps. So many World War I trenches, so many epic castles. I feel like I'm gonna come back in a few hours and even just in a few days and see so many new things. Which type of map? Oh my god, someone made another D-Day. Helm's Deep? What map should we play next? Oh no, Tabs is saying I'm having too much fun. There's 85 defenders and 101 attackers. Now, they're all musketmen, but I feel like if you have the defensive positions in a really good sniping spot like this, shoot them! Then, you know, you'll have to suffer, like, dealing with having a few less men, and that does not seem to be the case. In real wars, the defenders with heavy bunkers usually have the defensive, like, the advantage. But in totally accurate wars, it seems to be the opposite. What if we were to change it, though? What if we were to give flag bearers here to try to keep all these men in the bunker as long as possible? Will the cover here, the terrain, work more in their favor? I still think they can get shot in their upper bodies, but it may not be nearly as accurate. Let's see. Are we seeing many salvos going off? No. I guess the enemy can't hit them, the defenders can't shoot out, so instead they flank around the terrain, and instead of using this nice big ramp here, they're like, you know what? We're gonna force the issue. Fix bayonets and charge. The flag bearers slapped him. But as soon as they come around this corner, man, it's not going to be pretty. Honestly, this battle isn't too pretty. This is devolving into absolute chaos. And I think when told to sit tight, the defenders have a much, much better chance of winning here. They also have the flag bearers, which even though they're supposed to hold people in a position, they can still melee slap. So as a result, blue is going to win. Subscribers, all-time sorted maps. There's just so many good ones out here. And this is still such early times. Someone made Clash Royale. Someone made Helm's Deep. We've got 2 forts battling it out. So many World War I trenches, it's nuts. Ooh, a lake with traps. Now this is kind of what I'm interested in. Oh my god, people are making a lot of Clash Royale maps. I want to see the traps. No one's really messed with the traps too much yet. All right, just looking around. This map is rather detailed. We've got houses floating on rocks with giant swords in them. There are a lot of traps everywhere. I think what we should do is just put in like a ton of people and see what happens. 114 and 114. So, oh my gosh, meteorites are going off. Tornadoes. Like, people have already made Clash Royale maps. What a brilliant idea. At some point, I know there's gonna be like tower defenses and mazes and things like that. Like I said, this is such early times and people have already made these. What I'm curious about is what kind of custom maps do you think would be really cool? And if you're a very talented map maker, hit me up on Twitter, and I could probably commission some pretty cool projects that you guys watching right now could submit ideas for in the comments. But anyway, this has been another look at the Tabs map creator. If you guys do want to see more tabs, pull the trigger on that like button and let me know. And I'll see you in the next one.